And thank you for coming. My name is Irwin Zalkin, I-R-W-I-N, Z-A-L-K-I-N of the Zalkin Law Firm. We've invited you here today because I wanted to announce to the world that on Wednesday, October 29th, Superior Court Judge Joan M. Lewis sent a very strong message to the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society of New York, the governing entity of the Jehovah's Witnesses in this country, that no one, no person, no entity is above the law. For almost 14 years, between 1982 and 1995, the Watchtower and its agents, elders of the congregation, its local congregation, Vista, Spanish congregation of the Jehovah's Witnesses, knew that they had a dangerous child sexual predator within their organization who was giving Bible study lessons to young children, who ultimately became a ministerial servant, an ordained minister of the Jehovah's Witnesses, and then an elder. While at that time, that entire time frame, he was abusing at least 8 children that we know of. He is still a Jehovah's Witness somewhere in the interior of Mexico. He fled this country the minute we went after him, and we reported this to the police and to law enforcement. When this came to light to our firm in about 2010, when one of these victims approached him. Jose Lopez was abused in 1986 by Gonzalo Campos after the Watchtower and after the elders already knew that he had abused a child in 1982. That was specifically reported to them, and he had already abused 4 other children. What happened on October 29th was a very unusual circumstance. Watchtower, throughout this litigation involving Jose, and in some other cases that our firm is handling around the country, has refused to follow court orders compelling them to produce very incriminating records, documents that go back decades that shows the depth and the breadth of their knowledge of child predators within their organization, child molesters within their organization. They refused to produce those documents. They refused to follow a court order to produce the longest standing member of their governing body who knew all about this stuff. They refused to do that. They refused the court's order, the trial court's order, Judge Lewis's order. They refused the Court of Appeals of the state of California's approval of her order. They refused the state of California's Supreme Court approval of her order. And for that reason, they were sanctioned by this court, and their defense was terminated. They were not allowed to participate in the proceedings under which we had to prove up the damages in this case.